Yeah. welcome everyone to another episode of Project Assemble. We apologize for the slight delay. There's just been some technical difficulties. But yeah, I guess we're good now. Should be okay. How are you doing today?
Well, I was alright until about 5-10 minutes ago, and that lot, and everything just wanted to go up the spout. But yeah, other than that, I'm good. I'm really looking forward to what you are going to present to us and that lot. So yeah, I'm
Yeah,
buzzing but stressed.
yeah, all good now though. So I guess we'll just get right to it then. Do you have Discord open on your computer? Because I have two links
Yes.
I'm going to send you at some point,
Oh, okay.
and just something to watch. So
Right. Okay.
I'll tell you when to play them, and
Right. Okay.
then we'll try to link it up with what I've got here. So yeah,
Right.
thank
Okay.
you again, everyone, for joining. Today I'm going to be showcasing my Phase 6 of my Marvel movie franchise and the finale to the Nexus saga. So I'm very excited to get started and show you all what I have been, planning out up until this point and show you what happens. So let's get to it. All right. You should be able to see my thumbnail on the other thing. All right, so this is my Phase 6. Obviously, in Phase 5, we had Doctor Strange 2, The West Coast Avengers, Fantastic Four 3, Ultimate X-Men, Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, and then Secret Invasion Part 1 and Part 2, which kind of put this universe in an interesting place. And the post-credit scene of Part 2 revealed that Kang the Conqueror is the main villain behind the overall story. So I'm very excited to show you what he's been up to and what his plan is. So yeah, let's get to Phase 6. Kicking off Phase 6, Black Panther 3.
Oh, okay.
The villains in this one are Achebe, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and the White Wolf.
Oh, White Wolf. I do recognise. I don't recognise the other one, but I do recognise White Wolf.
So the plot. As Wakanda struggles to rise from the ashes after Doctor Doom's devastating attack from the Cosmic Saga, T'Challa faces a new threat from within. Achebe, a ruthless militant, seizes the moment of vulnerability to instigate a coup with his formidable enforcer, the White Wolf, by his side. With Wakanda's future on the line, T'Challa must confront his grief and rebuild his nation before Achebe turns it into a brutal dictatorship. So he's seeing this opportunity of a broken nation and is trying to build it into his own vision while T'Challa failed his kingdom back in Doom War, or before Doom. So that's where this is at. So T'Challa will meet Nakia in this and tasks her with gathering the fiercest female survivors to form the new Dora Milaje.
Oh, okay.
Storm is also featured in this movie. It explores the beginning of her relationship with T'Challa, and both of them work together in fighting back at Achebe. Achebe is killed, and the White Wolf is imprisoned. Wakanda is mostly back to normal, but still has lots of work left to do. So the post-credit scene. T'Challa visits the royal burial grounds where he takes a moment to observe his father, mother, and his sister's graves. As he turns away to leave, a portal opens behind him and the Fantastic Four shoot out of it. T'Challa questions their presence, and Reed reaches out to him. T'Challa, please, we need your help. Confused, T'Challa requests for more information. We need to find the others. Someone very powerful is coming. Everything that's happened to us, it's all being manipulated. T'Challa accepts the plea for help. So that is Black Panther 3.
Oh, it's all coming. It's all coming. I've always wanted the connection between the Black Panther and Storm. It's a must
Yep.
sort of thing because they have a real rich togetherness. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. So obviously in my saga, they've already been together in my saga now. So yeah, it's such a rich connection. I love it. But yeah,
Yeah.
a good start that is.
Thank you. Yeah, I really wanted to get the two of them together in it, and I think this, like, when he's at a vulnerable point in his life, I think that would make a good point in the story to have them go together. So yeah, that is Black Panther 3. Next
Nice.
up, Silver Surfer. The villain in this one is Blastar.
Ooh, okay.
The plot. After being separated from the Guardians of the Galaxy while tracking the origin of a mysterious signal beyond the time stream, Norrin Radd finds himself trapped in a pocket universe ruled by the tyrannical Blastar. As Norrin struggles to escape, he must confront the ruthless monarch's army and uncover the hidden forces at play before Blastar's ambitions spill into the greater cosmos. So Norrin is able to overwhelm Blastar's forces with his power cosmic, and he engages in an intense battle with Blastar himself. He absorbs Blastar's cosmic power and uses a cosmic generator to blow open a hole in that universe to escape. The post-credit scene. Norrin traverses the universe in search of any sign of the Guardians as they are lost. A rip in space suddenly opens before him and he is sucked in. In an ethereal environment, Norrin has no idea where he is. A menacing voice echoes all around him as he tries to detect the source. Norrin Radd, the Silver Surfer. Norrin questions who the voice belongs to. I'm simply a man, one that has lost more than you can imagine. Thanks to beings like yourself and the heroes of your precious Earth, I lost my entire world, my entire universe, and the woman I loved. Now, Surfer, you have shown me that it is the perfect time to strike. Norrin retaliates, but Kang freezes him in time. Soon, all will be mine. So now, Silver Surfer's a prisoner of Kang the Conqueror.
Damn. I was going to say, if that ever actually happened in the comics, I've never really
Not to my knowledge.
But I say, I should have known, because you just come up with some of these bleeding amazing ideas now, and it just works, sort of thing. So that is a really nice. I'd have never thought of Kang trapping him, because in my head I've always got the imagine of them being like equal in power, sort of thing. But Kang's Kang, isn't it? So
it's gonna be evident very quickly that Kang kind of has the edge on most of these people. All right.
Very nice.
So the next one, this is kind of like an offshoot. It's not like connected really to the main story, but I wanted to do this. Wolverine.
Oh, okay. Solo Wolverine.
So the villains in this one are Silver Samurai and Omega Red.
Oh, yeah.
So the plot. When Wolverine is called to Japan to investigate the mysterious death of Yukio, a former lover from his past, he uncovers a dark plot orchestrated by the Silver Samurai, his old mentor, and the man who trained him to become a lethal weapon. The samurai seeks Wolverine's help in acquiring a rare alloy called carbonadium, a substance stronger than adamantium. As Logan faces his painful past and deadly foes, he must stop his former master from unleashing a new breed of killers upon the world. So it's going to be revealed that Silver Samurai killed Yukio to lure Logan back to Japan. Silver Samurai finds the carbonadium and creates Omega Red to kill Logan before he can leave. And Logan kills the Silver Samurai and uses an old adamantium lab to paralyze Omega Red. He found out that the mix of adamantium and carbonadium in his body was incompatible and caused his body to reject both, which then freezed his bones in place.
Oh.
So Omega Red's body is frozen and packed away to be forgotten. Logan returns to the X-Mansion with the ashes of Yukio. So he kind of gets some closure there, but it's tragic in the end. So post-credit scene. A team of covert Russian soldiers break into the Japanese facility to steal Omega Red's body. They bring him back to Russia, and they prepare a procedure for doctors to reawaken him and extract the adamantium from his body. The alloy is removed, and his menacing red eyes beam open. So that is Wolverine.
Oh, that's so good. That right. I know you take some things from the comics, but was the Silver Samurai like a mentor to him originally?
In some interpretations, yes.
Oh, Oh, I never knew that. That really just surprised me. I thought that might have been something you'd brought up then, to be honest. But
Like they definitely
yeah,
have a
that's
past together.
nice. Oh, well, yeah, I know they had a past, but I never realised it was like a mentor and that sort of thing. And the new like liquidy form stuff now, like is that
Carbonadium.
something you? Yeah, is that something you made up, or
Nope,
is
that's the
that
actual
something?
alloy that Omega Red has in his body. That's the one that he
Oh,
can shoot the tentacles out of his
yeah.
like wrists kind of thing.
Oh, I never knew that. Like, that's nice. That is nice.
All right, so the next one, this one's really exciting. This one I have basically like a whole scene kind of written, so gonna be kind of like a story time thing. So this one, the sensational Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
The villains in this one are Alistair Smythe and the Green Goblin. So, the plot. As Peter Parker navigates the city in attempting to uncover the identity of a larger threat, he finds himself hunted by Alistair Smythe's relentless Spider Slayer drones, funded by a power but hidden benefactor. While evading these high-tech threats, a new and more dangerous foe emerges in the form of the Green Goblin, causing chaos across the city and targeting Peter's personal life, attacking his school, work, and even his home. As the Goblin discovers Spider-Man's emotional vulnerabilities, the stakes rise, with Aunt May and Gwen Stacy directly in his crosshairs. So, Peter is pushed to his limits as he tries to protect the people closest to him, including the staff at the Daily Bugle. His fellow photographer and friend, Eddie Brock, senses something is up with Peter and confronts him about it. Peter dismisses him and Eddie becomes angry and concerned for the safety of Gwen. He discovers that Oscorp is behind the hiring of Smythe and manufacturing of the Spider Slayers, questioning Harry if his father is behind the chaos. Norman has many moments of tension between himself and Peter, and Norman discovers Peter's secret. It is revealed that Osborn is targeting Spider-Man because he is disrupting Oscorp's reputation in manufacturing, and he develops the Goblin Serum to give him immense strength to take down Spidey. So there's kind of a scene here. So Gwen walks in on Peter changing out of his Spider-Man suit, promising to keep his secret safe with her. Aunt May is kidnapped, and Peter asks Gwen to help him find her. A note from the Green Goblin is found on May's bed, telling Peter to meet him at the George Washington Bridge at dawn. Gwen tries to calm Peter and assure him that they will save her, and May is seen tied to a pillar on the bridge with the Goblin hovering by. Peter arrives with Gwen on the ground, and he pleads to the Goblin to let May free, and he refuses, causing an intense one-on-one battle on the bridge and the surrounding buildings. Gwen climbs a ladder to try to free May while the battle is happening, and Goblin takes the fight back to the bridge. He throws a grenade at a beam, and May and Gwen begin to fall. Peter, overwhelmed by the stakes, makes a strong pursuit to save both of them. He goes for May first and shoots a web towards Gwen as they all continue to fall. With May holding on for her life to Peter, he grabs the beam as they fall while holding out a hand to catch Gwen with his traveling web. A web catches Gwen, but she is suddenly stopped after the high-speed fall. Peter attaches the web to the beam and leaps down with May to check on Gwen on the ground. May is looked after by the police while Peter runs to Gwen, realizing she has died. Filled with sadness and rage, Peter rips the web off of Gwen and holds her body, weeping while the Goblin hovers above, manically laughing. As the anger consumes him, Peter turns and raises his fist to the Goblin before he flies away. Peter and May are at Gwen's funeral, and Peter isn't accepting any help in trying to console him. They leave the cemetery, and Peter assumes his mission: hunt the Goblin. The post-credit scene. A couple watches the stars in Central Park as they enjoy their night together. Suddenly, a bright flash appears in the sky, and they jump up in awe. In the comet-esque appearance, the mysterious object hurtles towards the far side of the park. They run to its crash site and observe the sight. A large meteor sits in the burned grass, and the couple go up to it to take pictures. As they walk away, having experienced a rare sight, a dark, gooey substance crawls out from underneath the meteor. Cut to black.
Oh, yes. Yes. That's nice. That is really nice. I love that. You got everything just beat for beat for beat. Just so good.
Yeah, I was really
That is
proud of that
really
one.
nice. Yeah, that's really good. I really like that. It's just perfect. It's literally just again. You show the scene.
The
It's
death
a
of
really
Gwen
good.
Stacy.
That is really good.
So now,
And it's a must.
yeah. So now Peter's got a personal mission that he's on now, and the introduction to something that could really change how he goes about that. So, yeah, we'll see what happens next with that.
I love that. That's brilliant.
All right, next one, Nova 2.
Ooh, okay.
The villain in this one, the Scarlet Centurion.
Ooh, okay.
Not sure if you're super familiar with who that is, but it will be revealed soon.
I Oh no, I won't say it.
Okay.
That'll be good.
The plot. After a devastating assault on Xandar that leaves the Nova Corps in ruins, Richard Rider is captured by the ruthless Scarlet Centurion and stripped of his Nova powers. Now trapped on an alien planet under the Centurion's tyrannical rule, Richard must fight for the survival in brutal gladiator-style combat while searching for a way to reclaim his suit and rise against the Centurion's dictatorship before his chance for revenge is lost forever. So it is revealed that Richard is not being kept on an alien planet, but an alternate Earth in the multiverse, specifically Earth
Ooh.
6311. Eventually, Richard is forced to fight against Drax, confused why he is also there. It is revealed that the Centurion captured the Guardians of the Galaxy after being separated from the Silver Surfer. Richard plans a resistance attack with the Guardians and other warriors being held captive. Richard regains his suit, and the World Mind's aura gives him the Nova Force, and a gigantic fight for escape ensues. The Centurion is defeated, and the heroes escape on the Guardian's ship, still heavily damaged from the Centurion's assault. Richard and the Guardians exit the timeline through a multiversal portal outside of the planet and head towards Earth 616. So, the post-credit scene, this is also like a mini scene here. Reeling from the Resistance's assault, the Centurion attempts to send all available infantry units to follow the escaped heroes. Before he can begin the transmission sequence, a portal opens behind him. As the Centurion turns around, he instantly realizes what situation he is in. Kang the Conqueror exits and confronts the Centurion. I gave you a chance, and you threw it away. The Centurion lifts himself up to try and show a more powerful and confident stance. You don't understand. They were different. Kang begins to walk slowly towards him. By now, you should know what we are up against. Do you not remember anything about the other ones? All the others you've enslaved? All the ones you've killed? The Centurion responds, I held my ground, but they overwhelmed my forces. If you wanted them dealt with, you should have done it yourself instead of moping in your realm, wishing you hadn't failed Ravana. Kang stops in this place. You dare say her name. He reaches behind his back for his cosmic blade and holds it behind his back, approaching the Centurion. I've been waiting, planning. I let you try to prove yourself worthy to me once more. You've shown me that I was wrong to believe in you. You're no better than any of the others. Kang grabs the Centurion and hurls his blade straight through the Centurion's chest and pulls his body closer to him. I warned you what would happen should you fail me. You've lost my respect, and worse, you chose to speak her name. He twists the blade as the Centurion's life fades away. Kang releases the blade and drops the body to the floor. I will bend their will to my side, and just when they see a moment of hope, I will take it from them.
Jesus. Oh boy.
So the Centurion is a variant of Kang.
Oh. Oh, it's not what I thought then. It's not who I was thinking of then.
Okay.
Okay. Damn. Oh, that's nice. That is really good. All hell is going to come.
Yeah, just a
That's what it
bit.
seems to me. It's literally just oh, it's gonna be like a bloodbath.
Yep, just a little bit.
Damn,
And
Christ, that's
it's
nice.
revealed there that there's something about the name Ravana that has given Kang a bit of a tick. So
That's
we'll
good.
we'll
That's really
soon
good.
we'll soon know what that is. So the next one, the Fantastic Four 4. It's kind of weird saying that. The villain in this one, Rama Tut.
I know who that one is. I know that one.
So the plot. After narrowly escaping his reign in the past, the Fantastic Four must face the wrath of Rama Tut as he emerges in the present day with a conquering army determined to reshape the world into his empire. With the fight being taken to the newly rebuilt Wakanda, and with all of humanity at stake, the team joins forces with Black Panther and the warriors of Wakanda to stop Ramatut's ruthless quest for dominion. So Wakanda's not catching a break at all. Like it's like just constant. Like they're just being like the battleground for whatever.
Jesus.
So the Fantastic Four and Black Panther receive the aid of Namor and the remaining forces of Atlantis. There's an epic battle on the outskirts of Wakanda, and Ramatut's forces are defeated, and he engages in a 1v7 fight. So it's Ramatut
Jesus.
against everyone, like the Fantastic Four, Black Panther, and Namor, and I guess Nakia. Black Panther eventually weakens him, and he tells the heroes that there is no stopping what is coming. Namor takes the killing blow. As Reed and T'Challa discuss next steps, they realize that their situation will get increasingly worse very soon. The post-credit scene, and this is where things start to give into the kind of lengths that these heroes have to go.
Jesus.
The Illuminati hold a meeting in the Baxter Building. As they all discuss that there is an existential threat incoming that threatens all of reality, they weigh their options and the possible outcomes. Doctor Strange offers to find the other Sanctum Keepers to form a team of magic users to investigate the situation. Reed offers an idea that leaves the rest of the team in shock. I'm afraid we must go to lengths that we may not like, but we have to try. Professor X questions what he is thinking. Reed turns on a hologram, and the heroes react with an immense shock. We must visit Victor. Cut to black.
Jesus. Oh. Oh, right. Okay. I was not expecting that. That's like a proper desperate measures sort of thing. That is.
Yep, just a little desperate.
Christ. That's nice. That's really nice. That is. I don't know what to expect now. All I can see is just battle after battle after battle. Somebody's going to get bleeding decimated and lands are going to disappear.
Yep.
I was waiting for you to say an incursion was going to happen as well, to be honest, then.
Oh, no. Not in this one. Well, I shouldn't say that, but... all right, next one.
Maybe in the future ones, maybe.
Well, we're not done Phase 6 yet, so we'll see. Next one, Symbiote Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. I was not expecting two Spider-Mans in the same phase. Damn, okay.
So the villains in this one are the Green Goblin, of course, and the Big Man. He's a gangster.
Oh, right, okay. I was waiting for some more then, to be honest. Just the big man. I'm like,
No,
okay,
it's
the
a
big man
really
is.
it's a dumb name, but he's one of his like first villains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, the plot. Reeling from the devastating loss of Gwen Stacy at the hands of the Green Goblin, Peter Parker finds himself consumed by vengeance. When a mysterious black symbiote attaches to him, amplifying his powers and his darkest impulses, he uses his new abilities to exact revenge on the villainous Goblin. As Spider-Man sets out to take down the Goblin at any cost, a new threat rises in the shadows, the Big Man, a ruthless crime lord seeking to take control of New York's underworld from under the Kingpin's fingertips. With his rage spiraling and the lines between hero and villain blurring, Peter must fight to hold on to his humanity before it's too late. So this movie introduces the Black Cat, who is stalking and stealing from the big man. She meets Spider-Man and convinces him to help her get information on the big man so she can pursue a personal mission. Peter begins to slowly give in to the symbiote's inner voice, urging him to take things to an extreme level. He has multiple arguments with the people closest to him, including Aunt May, Betty Brant, and Eddie Brock. He has numerous encounters with the Goblin as he takes the fight to Oscorp Tower. In a final stand, Peter has the Goblin at his weakest. Struggling to control his emotions and actions, Peter refuses to kill the Goblin, realizing that if he does, he's no better than the bad guys. In this moment, the Goblin uses a sonic grenade to hurt the symbiote, and Peter attempts to rip it off of him. When it is released, the Goblin begins to try to escape the burning tower. As the symbiote crawls away, it launches a strong arm out to catch the Goblin mid-air and pin him to the wall. Peter stands and watches as the Goblin is defenseless. Another symbiote arm launches out, this one piercing the Goblin's chest and killing him. Peter finds a canister and traps the symbiote inside it and dumps it in the river. With the Goblin gone, Peter moves on. Black Cat finds him again, and Peter offers to continue helping her, only if she's willing to let him put the big man in prison. So the post-credit scene. Eddie Brock is walking back to his apartment after taking pictures from the ground of the battle at Oscorp Tower. As he walks by the harbor, he notices a shiny glare in the water. Approaching the site, he realizes there is a canister floating towards the dock's ladder. He goes to scoop it out and carefully observes what's inside. As he holds it towards his face to see its contents, the glass bursts open and Eddie falls over. The symbiote begins to crawl towards him and consumes his entire body. As it sinks into his skin, Eddie is in neural shock. When it calms down, he sits up and questions what just happened. Suddenly, a thunderous voice enters his head. "Eddie, we have much in common." Eddie immediately jumps up and questions where the voice came from. "Peter Parker has caused you lots of stress and anger. What do you say about giving him a visit?" Eddie realizes he has access to power that he thought was impossible, and he accepts the symbiote's offer. And that is it.
Oh, D! I was not expecting. Well, I don't know. I was expecting the Goblin to die, but not like that. Is that something again? I need to ask. Is that something that you thought of with the Venom killing it on its own?
Yeah.
When it's just in the liquid form and that.
Yeah.
I'd have never have thought of that. Never have thought of that in a million years. That lot.
I
always thought it needed somebody to.
I knew the moment that he realizes he can't kill the Goblin, that's when he needed to, like, the Goblin kind of helps him in that way. He throws a sonic grenade at him, but he's able to rip it off and just, like, throw it. But the symbiote still wants to carry out what Peter wanted to do. So he takes the Goblin, throws it to the wall, and then kills him.
So good. So good. I had never thought. Some of these ideas you come up with, I got a bleeding clue where you come from. Never would have thought of these in a million years.
I'd say 90% of it is just all there.
It bloody must be, honestly, because Christ. I always thought the symbiote needed a person to fulfill the action, but just have it just like crawl in there and then it just pins it on its own and, well, you're not going to do it, I'll be doing it myself. Oh, boy.
So you've got another big threat coming at the end of that. Those that may know, it's obvious it's going to be Venom at some point. So the next one, this is where things kind of start to diverge back to the main story. Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme. The villain in this one, it's kind of ironic, Morgan Le Fay.
All right. Oh.
Yeah. So when you revealed that in yours, I was like, oh, okay.
So
me to it.
again, a completely different person she's fighting against, and a completely different like
Yeah.
tangent. But that's nice. Okay.
So as Doctor Strange senses an ominous threat looming over Earth, he assembles a team of Sanctum Keepers to fortify the planet's defenses. Meanwhile, Morgan Le Fay emerges, hunting the Sorcerer Supreme in the name of Mephisto. Strange and his allies must confront Morgan's ancient magic in a mystical battle that will determine Earth's fate and prepare it for the greater cosmic conflict to come. So, Morgan kills the team of Sanctum Keepers and leaves Strange alone with Wong. Eventually, he confronts Morgan about her real mission. She has been sent to prepare this reality for Kang the Conqueror's arrival, ridding it of the timeline's most powerful defender, Doctor Strange. Strange is barely able to stop her after using dangerous powers from the Darkhold. Morgan explains the reasoning behind Kang's ambitions, which terrify Strange. With Morgan killed in the end, Strange must find the other heroes to warn them of the incoming attack. The post-credit scene. In the depths of Castle Doom, we see Victor operating multiple computers, showing various readings and recordings of past events. With a relentless sense of energy, he is scrambling to find the answer to something. Suddenly, one of the computers gains his attention. He looks at it to see that a cosmic reading has been found outside of this timeline, having developed a cosmic energy signature device. In a look of shock, he leaves the room with one purpose: find Reed Richards.
Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, I was not expecting that. I could see Reed going to Doom, but I never would have thought of Doom wanted to find Reed.
Even
That
he
is
realizes that he needs the help, so.
That is so clever. That is so nice.
They're in that kind of situation where they need to work together instead of all this time they've been enemies, and now this is the length that they have to go to.
That's it. It just shows you how desperate both of them must be to panic and reach out for the arch enemy, basically. Now, not to say no. We need to. Oh.
Yeah. All right. This is where things start to get crazy. So this is the Avengers 4. I didn't really come up with a name from it, but it's kind of it's kind of inspired by a storyline called Breakout.
Oh, okay.
So the villains, there's a bunch of villains, it would be too much to name. So the plot: when Ares unleashes a mass breakout at the raft, villains wreak havoc across New York City, but a powerful group of escaped foes, including the Masters of Evil, Bullseye, Crossbones, Taskmaster, and the Mandarin, set their sights on a single target: the Avengers. As chaos spreads throughout the city, the Avengers must defend their mansion from a relentless assault, battling wave after wave of enemies determined to crush them once and for all. Pushed to their absolute limit, the Avengers face their most personal and dangerous fight yet, with the fate of the city and themselves on the line. So to rehash who's on this team, we've got Iron Man, Captain America, Wasp, Hulk, Wonder Man, Hawkeye, Black Widow, She-Hulk, Hercules, Marvel, and Falcon. So the Avengers Mansion is destroyed, and the villains obliterate the entire lot of land. The team suffers heavy losses, with Wonder Man, She-Hulk, and Hawkeye dying in the fight.
Damn.
As the villains leave the Avengers at the moment, thinking, why end them all now? Let them suffer longer. The city is left in its most vulnerable state. So, there are two post-credit scenes for this. The first one: Kang sits on the bridge of his warship, observing the glowing time streams flowing around him. He stands and walks past a group of soldiers exiting a room where terrifying screams are heard. Kang walks in the room, and we see the Silver Surfer bound to an apparatus. Kang approaches a control dock and gives the Surfer an immensely powerful shock, weakening his power cosmic and forcing more painful screams. Know this, Surfer, that you are an essential pawn in bringing liberty to the multiverse in the name of Kang. However, once your purpose is served, you will no longer be of use to me. How you choose to spend your last days alive is up to you, but realize that if you resist, you will be forced to personally witness the death of your beloved friends. As the Surfer regains some energy, he chooses to respond. You're scared, Kang. You're scared of losing power, authority, and better yet, Ravana wouldn't love you for what you've done, what you're going to do. You can't stop this. It doesn't have to end this way. Kang slowly walks up to the Surfer's tired body with a piercing stare into his eyes. Amusing. He turns and amplifies the shock apparatus to its maximum power, and he leaves the room as the Surfer is continuously shocked to near death. He returns to the bridge and orders the bridge commander to initiate a multiversal portal opening. The portal opens, and we see Earth in the distance. The warship, along with hundreds of smaller ships, head through the opening. The dynasty begins. Post-credit scene 2. The heroes meet at the Baxter Building while New York remains in a war zone state. They begin to plan out their options to begin an offensive before Kang arrives, and Reed brings up the possibility of contacting Doom. The heroes immediately shut the idea down, pleading that they don't bring him into the situation due to the risks that it poses. As an argument erupts between Reed and the rest of the heroes, Herbie informs the group that there has been a security breach in the building, with the defenses being wiped out on each floor heading towards them. The heroes get in their defensive stances in preparation for the incoming threat. The elevator door opens, revealing the man they are so divided on talking to. Hello, Reed. We have much to discuss. I need your help. Cut to black.
Oh, Jesus wept. Damn.
So, it's happening.
I knew there was going to be some a massacre like that. I wasn't expecting to kill 3 heroes off straight the bleeding way like that. And devastate. Just leaving New York like that as well. It's just...
Like, the city it's like on fire. Like, there's nothing really saving them at this point. They're too overwhelmed with all the villains that are out now. It's in chaos. So I'm gonna send you a link.
Oh yeah.
And I will tell you when to start playing it.
Right.
Like just have it ready. But
yeah.
Okay. Try to time this. Okay.
One. Right, it's up Reddit. I've not played it yet. I'll leave it be.
So, you see some empty space there, and obviously, the big finale's coming. So, this will explain what that is. So, in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh. Yep, so the Kang Dynasty.
What we all thought was going to be the film before Secret Wars.
Yeah, so now I'm legally able to use this name because they're not going with that anymore. So, the Kang Dynasty.
Actually, yeah.
is coming after the Avengers 4, filling in that space. So the villain in this one is obviously Kang the Conqueror. The plot: in the Kang Dynasty, the heroes of Earth 616 face their greatest threat yet as Kang the Conqueror descends upon the planet with a massive army determined to rewrite history and eliminate Earth's heroes once and for all. From the Avengers and the X-Men to the Fantastic Four and the Guardians of the Galaxy, every hero must unite to defend their world. But when Doctor Doom arrives bearing cryptic warnings and crucial information, alliances shift, and the true scale of Kang's plans begins to unravel in the epic first chapter of the Nexus Saga's explosive finale. So, now we're fully revealed on why Kang is doing this. It is revealed that Kang, Nathaniel Richards, has been traveling the multiverse in search of a timeline where his love, Ravonna, survives. In his own timeline in the 31st century, Ravonna is killed after the heroes of his Earth wreaked havoc while engaging in a battle with another villain. After building his own army and arsenal of advanced weaponry, Nathaniel ventures off on his quest to find Ravonna. If he comes across a timeline where she is dead, he either destroys it entirely or conquers it to expand his multiversal empire. After discovering different variants of himself, he comes across the Council of Kangs, who banish him outside of the time stream to avoid multiversal destruction. However, Nathaniel is able to convince Rama-Tut and the Scarlet Centurion to help lead his army in his absence. In his banishment, Kang has been watching the events of this franchise from the very beginning, knowing what Doctor Doom was planning and perfectly manipulating the events of the Cosmic Saga through the technology of his time chair, which the Council didn't take from him. However, the heroes unknowingly overturned Kang's plan, as the other iterations have done in countless timelines. So no matter what he does to make sure everything falls in place for him, the heroes always, make it go in the opposite way. So, realizing Doom couldn't defeat the heroes, Kang altered history by allowing the Red Skull to survive World War II, destroy the Skrulls' home world and force them to Earth, bring Galactus to Earth, and secretly guide Ares to Earth to release the villains from the raft, something that wouldn't have happened in the Sacred Timeline if Kang hadn't interfered. So Kang is prepared to use a device to obliterate the timeline after he forces the heroes to watch each other die by his hand. Doom says he has the parts to engineer a device to override Kang's warship and his time chair and send him back outside of the time stream, and he asks Reed for his help in building it. Hesitant, Reed accepts his proposal but warns that if he steps out of line like before, the heroes will act swiftly. Through multiple battles with Kang's forces, the heroes make a risky choice: enlist the help of all the escaped villains. The villains reluctantly accept the offer, realizing the power the greater enemy holds. For the first time, heroes and villains unite to face the ultimate enemy. They free Silver Surfer from the Kang ship, and Kang engages in a fight with almost every character, showing how powerful he is against all of them. At the end of this fight, multiple characters are killed. Johnny Storm, Iron Man, Wasp, Star-Lord, Drax, Mar-Vell, Ares, Jean Grey, Colossus, Iceman, Taskmaster, Titania, and the Mandarin. As the heroes realize they are at their end, Kang reveals his timeline obliterator. However, when he activates it, the sky splits open and the world begins to fold in itself as if a mirror is falling over. Reed questions what is happening, and Doom reveals he hijacked the detonator's command. Now, instead of destroying this timeline, multiple timelines are converging into Earth 616.
Oh, Jesus wept.
With a gigantic flash, the characters find themselves in an ethereal environment, clearly not on Earth 616 anymore. With no sign of Kang with them, the heroes fear he remains behind, stuck in a vulnerable world. So the post-credit scene.
Oh.
The characters come across a citadel at the end of a long walk. Curious to see what it is, they enter it and reach the top of the tower. As they see multiple timelines crashing into each other and exploding around them, Strange reveals they are where Kang was banished, outside of the time stream. They enter what appears to be a throne room with one man sitting at the very end of it. They question who he is, and he stands before them. My name is Immortus, and we must get you all home immediately. Strange asks what happened. Kang's device opened the multiverse onto itself, causing multiple timelines to converge all together. Luckily, you aren't the first ones to be sent here. Immortus points to his side where an other room is. When the characters enter the room, they find themselves in awe. Multiple variants of themselves and other characters sit together, waiting for Immortus' instruction. Welcome to the multiverse.
Oh, Jesus wept. Oh,
So, yeah.
boy.
That
Oh,
is
I
the
could just see
Kang
that
dynasty.
image. I could just see that image. I'm just...
Just like the doors
Oh.
opening and then all the variants are inside.
That's so cool. That is so, so cool. Now, I think I know what's going to happen.
Okay.
But I'm not too sure, but I just...
So, there's still an empty space there, and obviously the story is not over. So... Oops. It's not supposed to happen. Stop that. So, I'm going to send you another link.
Yep.
This one, again, don't play until I've given you the go-ahead. I'm going to change this file. Hopefully it doesn't explode.
Oh, crap. Stay there. Stop. Right, good.
Okay. So... Alright. 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, you sod.
So,
Nice. Come back. There we are.
Eternity War.
Damn.
The epic finale to the Cosmic Saga. So, the villain again in this one is Kang the Conqueror, of course. The plot. In the epic conclusion to the Nexus saga, the surviving heroes and villains find themselves trapped in a limbo, desperate to return to Earth 616 and stop Kang the Conqueror once and for all. With the guidance of Immortus and the aid of powerful allies from across the multiverse, they must unite to confront Kang's army and prevent him from seizing ultimate control of time and reality. As the final battle looms, the fate of all existence hangs in the balance, and the Marvel Universe must unite like never before to defeat Kang in the ultimate war for eternity. Are we doing good on time, by the way? Like, you're good?
Yeah. We've got about 20 minutes left, so we're all good.
Okay.
I'm sure this bit's not going to take 20 minutes, so we're all good.
All right. So there's a lot here. Immortus reveals that he is a variant of Kang, and that he was the head of the Council of Kangs, therefore being the one to banish him to Limbo. He built the Citadel of Time to secretly oversee Kang during his banishment, sacrificing his control over the Council and technology to maintain the sacred timeline. So he knew that Kang would, undoubtedly be up to something in Limbo. So he decided to rid himself of the Council of Kangs and also banish himself there to watch over Kang to make sure, he wasn't doing something, and obviously he did. So the heroes and villains question how trustworthy Immortus is, but eventually accept his help in trying to tell them how to stop Kang. As the characters gather and meet each other, they are shocked to find one person in particular, Ravonna. She pleads for the characters to let Kang live so she can talk to him. Although the heroes allow her to do this, they can't promise anything. Strange finds another variant of himself and attempts to use their mystic arts to break themselves free, and Doom jumps in to help as well with his own sorcery background. They eventually open a portal to Earth 616, and they thank Immortus for his assistance. As they all jump through, the battle for the multiverse begins. All the Earth 616 heroes and villains, as well as the multiversal variants, take to the city to shut down what remains of Kang's army still raining fire on Manhattan. After a lengthy battle, they confront Kang at the Baxter Building, where he has fixed his timeline obliterator and is prepared to finally end the 616 timeline and move on to the next ones. So this is kind of a bit of a scene that I kind of wrote here. So suddenly, Ravonna runs into the room as Kang threatens the characters. Shocked, he drops the detonator and falls to his knees. She embraces him, and, still in shock, Kang begins to cry. Having finally found a variant of the love of his life, his mission is fulfilled. The characters watch as they try to figure out what to do at this point. Kang orders his army to stand down and return to the warship's airspace. Ravonna tells Kang that she condemns what he has done, which is multiversal genocide, and that she can't love him for what he has done. Too emotional to respond, Kang simply nods and pulls her in closer, embracing every second he has with her. Captain America steps forward. Kang, you need to leave now. Leave us be and restart with Ravonna. You've got what you want. You don't want to follow through with this. As tears continue to run down his face, he looks up at Cap and stands with Ravonna. Very well, Captain. He looks at Ravonna and reaches out for her hand, and they walk towards Kang's shuttle outside of the building's landing pad. As Ravonna enters the craft, Kang stops in his tracks and looks back at all the heroes and villains watching. He opens multiple portals for the multiversal variants to enter and return to their timelines. As the portals close, all that remains are the heroes and villains of Earth 616. I know you have suffered unimaginable losses. Just know that somewhere out there, they are thriving. Cap gives him a nod of acknowledgement. After Kang turns around, he is suddenly frozen in his tracks under the control of a telekinetic power. Confused, he begins to panic. Doom pushes himself through the crowd of people, and the characters jump in action to stop him. He releases a concussive blast from his gauntlets, throwing everyone back against the wall. Ravonna looks back and realizes what is about to happen. Nathaniel, Kang looks back at her. I'm sorry, my love, for everything. Forgive me. Doom pulls a blade from his belt and throws it into Kang's side, and he leans in to speak into Kang's ear. You have caused much damage to this world, my world. For that, you will not leave unpunished. Doom stabs Kang once more, and menacingly turns his gaze to Ravana. She screams and crawls back in fear for her life. Doom drops Kang's body and orders Ravana to leave and never return. Ravana, taking one last look at Kang's body as he bleeds out, flies away to the warship in space. Doom turns to let Kang die alone, and he walks past the subdued heroes. It had to be done. You will leave me alone now. The heroes and villains regain their stability and watch Kang take his final breath. Reed picks up Sue and addresses the group. There was no stopping Victor. We have to live with that guilt now. 1 month later, the city undergoes a massive cleanup as the battle-ravaged city rebuilds. The heroes help first responders seek missing people and offer aid to those who were injured. The villains go their separate ways. The heroes hold a service to honor the fallen heroes that died defending the planet and their reality. At this time, the Marvel Universe is changed forever. A multiverse is damaged, a world is in repair, and the Nexus saga comes to a close.
Jesus,
so that is the finale to Phase 6.
For start off, I thought you was going to have like a battle world sort of thing, to be honest. I really was expecting something like that. And then for a second, I really thought you was going to kill Captain America. Then I was going to lose it.
No.
I was going to be miffed. And I was like, no, you can't. I've already killed him in my saga. You can't kill him in yours as well, for Christ's sake. Just let him live for one of them. Jesus. But no, that's good. That is so good, that lot. And killing Kang off as well. Jesus wept. I was adamant he was going to go. I was absolutely adamant. I weren't seeing that at all. Or he was going to kill Ravana. That's what I thought then for that point.
I
thought like one or the other.
I thought it would be more tragic if Kang was the one to die after finally getting what he wanted and seeing Ravana and being with her. And now he is like everything that he's done and all of his actions have had this guy, Doom, not agree with anything he's done and take matters into his own hands. So, yeah.
So good. So good.
And I wanted to have at the end too, like, the heroes actually helping like first responders like clean up the city and all that and like look for the missing people, and obviously like thousands if not hundreds of thousands of people have died in Kang's attack. So the fact that they're helping rebuild and all that, it kind of shows like it's in their nature to help, like no matter what and all that. And the villains obviously, like, they're villains, so they're not really going to help, but they kind of let the heroes do their thing and help rebuild the city. So that's where this universe is left off right now.
So good. So
thank you.
Because that's just mental. Absolutely mental. So good. Again, completely different to what my Phase 6 is going to be like.
Yeah.
At all. I think the only aspect that's similar is there's space. There's a lot of space stuff.
Okay.
That is literally it, but such a good story, and I love such an amazing end.
That is the Nexus saga.
That's nice. No, really good. Definitely gotta make this a yearly thing, because I'd love to know where you go from this. Absolutely love to go where you go from this, because
I need to think of like a big event to end it on. Like, obviously this event is like, it's not even like a comic event or anything. It's maybe loosely inspired by Avengers Forever, but other than that, it's all original with all the multiversal heroes coming together and Kang and Doctor Doom and all that. So yeah.
So good. So good. That I've never, like, you've seen like a load of the Spider like multiverse characters all come together. Obviously in mine you had all the Captain Britain's different multiverse ones come together now, but I've never actually seen like on a mass scale like you have, of literally just all of them sort of thing. Different characters like Iron Man's, Doctor Strange's, and like Captain America's. I've never seen on that sort of scale. To end with that, just it's so good. So good.
So
You,
obviously,
oh,
if Marvel Studios kept with the idea of Kang, this would have still been completely different from what they would have planned.
hmm.
And after they canceled it, I was like, fine, I'll do it myself. Like, I'll I'll use this villain as the big bad for my next saga, and then kind of mold the story into how I would have done it in the
Hmm.
MCU and all that. So, um, yeah, I'm very proud of how it turned out.
Yeah.
It was really hard to try to top Doom War as the conclusion
Hmm.
to the Cosmic Saga, but I think this might have,
Oh,
taken the edge of it, I think.
oh yeah. To be honest, this for me, I loved you do more than that, but I think this just tops it. 100% tops it. Some of the stuff you've come from it, and you've like just demonstrated, and how heartfelt, and so much like calamity and death, and just
Yeah,
wiping out some of the characters. It's just unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. So yeah, honestly, just
thank you.
I can't. I was just so good now. Like, I'm looking forward to showing you mine next week,
Yeah,
but
I'm looking
it's
forward to see
nothing on
what you
that
do.
sort of scale. Yeah, it's nothing on that sort of scale. But crying out loud, it's so good.
Yeah, so I honestly have no idea where I could take it now. It's kind of all like open. Like I could really do anything now if the multiverse is kind of introduced now. Um, but it'll take a lot of planning because this one took a long time to figure out. I knew where I I knew where it was gonna start, and I knew where I wanted it to end. But figuring out everything in between and then making sure everything tied back together in the conclusion with him manipulating all the events like Secret Invasion and Red Skull coming back and all that and making it all tie together at the end, that was maybe the most time consuming part of it.
Mm.
And trying to find a name, like I knew the Kang Dynasty. I knew I wanted Kang Dynasty as the part one to the ending, and I had no idea what to do for the second part. And I came across Eternity War. Obviously, it's like it sounds like a rip off of Infinity War because it's like the same kind of thing. But I thought Eternity tied more into Kang's mission, with Eternity being, I guess, in Infinity could be another word for like a scale of
Yeah,
time and stuff like that. But yeah, that's where this one has left off.
so good, so good. No, honestly, you should be proud of that because that's just honestly, Kevin. Watch. Don't bother with me. I'm just a daft, silly old sod just rambling. Just watch him. He's got some bleeding brains and talent behind him.
I'm keeping this entire document. It's at 46 pages. So if he
So
ever
look,
hits me up, then I've got it ready for him.
it's all there. It's what your Kang Dynasty should have been if somebody didn't piss around.
Yeah. Well, this I could kind of see because we're in the multiverse saga, obviously, for the MCU. I could see this maybe being something with what Doomsday and Secret Wars could be, with
Mm,
literally everyone coming together. Um, so yeah, I'm curious to see how they'll tackle that, because obviously if you made this, there would be like hundreds of characters and it probably would be a lot to take in, but obviously not everyone's going to get the same amount of screen time as
mhm.
everyone else. But in the MCU, I think the way they did with Infinity War is balance everyone out and have
Oh yeah,
separate kind of teams going on in different places and switch the focus back and forth. So I'm very curious to see how they'll handle it if the universe has expanded that much more since the
yeah,
end of Endgame.
yeah. That's true. And you got now they can introduce all the obviously the Fox characters and stuff like that sort of thing. They literally could do. They wouldn't do it on the scale that you've done it because yours is just absolutely unbelievable, and
It's
it'd be
literally
so good
everyone.
if they did. Yeah, exactly. Literally unbelievable, so good. But if they can even do a fraction of what you've just created, then it should be good. But even the MCU ain't got note on you now. Crying out loud.
I've got an edge on them, so if they kind of copy what I've got, I could say, "Hey, I did this first."
Is that it? Copywriting and
Yeah, exactly.
I want some dough, thank you.
even like back to the Cosmic Saga, like with Doom War and all that, I could say if, you do like, oh, just got a comment here. Hamish White, thank you for joining. I just watched your Spider-Man game villain designs video and loved it. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, brilliant.
It's still climbing with views. I don't understand.
Oh, it's fantastic.
The algorithm has really favored that one, so I'm lucky in that way, but appreciate you for checking that out. So yeah, I'm excited to see what you are showcasing next week, because your phase 2 ended with World War Hulk, right?
Yeah, Werewolf Hulk, and then the post-credit scene is, if you know what's coming, there's 2 characters, obviously, Hope and Jean Grey, and something big and fiery is on its way.
Yeah, so I'm very curious to see how you're going to handle that. And obviously, Jean Grey died at the end of this franchise, or this saga, so maybe something will happen in the next set where some resurrection happens. I don't know. But
That'll be
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, there was a lot of deaths in this one. Like Iron Man's dead,
Yeah.
Wasp is dead, all of the villains are dead, so yeah, Kang was not messing around.
No, not at all. To be honest, I thought, I think in my first 3 phases, I killed a couple off maybe, and I don't think I've killed anybody off in this just yet. I don't think I might have done.
I think you did in Secret Invasion, or like your first.
Yeah, that was
saga.
the first phase. Like, yeah, I killed a few off in that, but yeah, I need to up my body count. I sound doing that. Like, they start like putting people down.
Well, when the universe gets too big, you kind of have to narrow down the cast. So
yeah, I get you that. Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I'm very excited to see what you've got next week. But yeah, I appreciate everyone that was tuning in for each stream that we did for these and stuck along for the journey, including the Cosmic Saga, because it all kind of, like, that was a conclusion with Doom War, but it all kind of came full circle at the end of this one with Kang controlling all of that. So yeah, very proud of it.
Yes, you should be, honestly, because it's bleeding amazing a lot. And I like to say as well, like, I apologise for my stream at the moment going down tits up today. It was supposed to be on the same time, but it will be up on Marvel Mad in the coming days or 2, hopefully, that lot. But yeah, I can't wait to show you what I've got coming for next week, because I'm really proud of. It was similar to what you said as well. Like I had the starting off, the ending all figured out. I had the Werewolf Hulk. Werewolf Hulk was always something I wanted to put in the middle as well. And that lot, it's just connecting and intertwining them all together. And how I've ended it, I'm really looking forward to. And then, like you said, that there's loads of other things that can spawn from this sort of like saga for myself into more. If we did do it like at the end of next year as well, that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm well ready to show you what I've got in that lot.
Yeah, I'm really proud of how I got Kang's whole lore figured out too. Him being banished and like having his reasoning behind doing all this with Ravana and all that. Because I don't know if the MCU would have done that with Ravana being the reason he's doing all this, because that's such a big part of the comics of why he's like motivated to do what he's doing is because of her. And I guess to a degree, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the animated series, kind of inspired that kind of plot point, because there's something in the series where he's doing it for her, to a different degree. But I'm really happy with how I got him figured out, his motivation, and then where he ends up in the end. So it's tragic, but I think it worked out well.
I know, yeah, just a bit, Christ. But I know you just intertwined it so well. Like I say, I go from a lot of comics and just like manipulate the story into how I want to present it with some of your ideas that you come up with, and it's just literally just out of your bloody head. How you do it is beyond me. I honestly ain't got a clue, because it's just so cleverly and so fluid, and how it connects is just so good.
A lot of it is me trying to honor the characters and what they like, their arcs traditionally, and then take a spin on it at the same time. For Spider-Man, you can see I've done a clear arc for him. Like in the first part, it was mostly him with Daredevil, and now in this, he's kind of on his own, we have the the death of Gwen Stacy, and then Venom is coming into it eventually. So there's a natural kind of arc for Spider-Man that I'm trying to follow, but still kind of change it up a bit.
Yeah, no, so good. Honestly, so good now. Like, it's just wow,
Appreciate it.
so clever. Nah, that's all right, my friend.
All right, so I guess that is it for today. I again appreciate everyone for tuning in. Do you have anything dropping on your channel this week?
Well, today it is the 2-year anniversary of Marvel Mad, to be honest.
Okay,
So we'll have
nice.
a thank you for subscribing, and just a thank you to yourself for jumping on Marvel Mad and helping us out and just like flourishing with us and bringing like Project Assemble and everything together. So there's a thank you video coming out tonight for 2 years of Marvel Mad, and how you lot of Paul movies beyond there. And then on Friday we will have another video of the what's it called, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. We're doing, I think it's the Marvel vs. Street Fighter characters on
Okay,
Monday. On Friday, sorry. So yeah, so a thank you video and the Capcom Arcade Classic Collection. It's a
nice.
mouthful. I always said it. What about yourself? You any coming out?
Right now, no. I might try to do another tier list video if I have the time. Oh, Rez is in the chat. Hey Rez, thanks for joining, but yeah, we're just wrapping up, so um all good, no worries. If you want to watch what we've done, just go back to the start. Yeah, I've got nothing really planned for this week, but I'm in the middle of I've got a couple ideas for a tier list video that I'll maybe get out next week or like later next week, and then yeah, see what happens from there.
Nice.
All right, well, that's it. Then I guess we'll wrap it up here. So again, thank you everyone for joining. We will see you all next week where Marvel Mad will be unveiling his Phase 6, and we will see you all then. So see you then.
See you in a bit, guys. Thank you.